There are a few experiences that are as transformative to the development of a student as studying abroad. A full immersion in another culture heightens one's cultural sensitivity and opens our mind to the complexities of the world. And if that is not enough, study abroad increases the competitiveness of a student after graduation on the job market. If the thought of studying abroad makes your eyes sparkle, then you should definitely pursue your dream. Take a deep breath and go for it. But if you are still in doubt, don't worry. Everyone does. Going abroad to study is a huge step and definitely one of the most important life-changing decisions that you might ever make. If you still need convincing or a bit of emotional support, I have put together today in this video 7 decisive reasons that will clear your mind and make you start looking for a perfect international degree, be it a bachelor or a master's degree. Point number 1, you get to see the world and travel to great countries. One of the main reasons for you to study abroad is the possibility of seeing the world. You will get the opportunity to explore and visit new places and immerse yourself in the culture of the country that you are pursuing your degree in. In addition, you can easily visit the neighboring countries. For instance, Europe, being twice as big as the Amazon forests, is famous for being so tiny and linked that you can easily walk from one country to the other. Well, almost. But the truth is, cities in Europe are just a bus or a train away from each other, and you don't even have to bother about booking a plane ticket. In fact, in the time that it would have taken you to travel to the airport, you would have been able to drive to a nearby country. This was the case when during my internship in Germany, the city that I found myself in was just close to the border with Switzerland. So I was basically staying in Germany but having lunch and dinner in Switzerland on a daily basis. This was possible because basically my campus was on almost the border with Switzerland. And the border agents knew me so well that they would just watch me every day as I crossed the border without a single question. Traveling abroad to study will allow you to explore new places and experience new cultures and discover different ways that people around the globe live. You will discover as much about yourself as you do around the world. Your confidence will grow and you will discover how capable you are of taking charge and getting out there in the world. If I have tipped your interest about studying abroad, here are just a few countries with English taught degrees waiting for you to discover. You can study abroad in Spain and discover all the sunshine-filled beaches. Or you can study abroad in Italy and discover with your own eyes the most famous artworks in history. Or study abroad in the UK and discover the most coolest accents. Better still, you can study abroad in Australia and befriend some kangaroos. The list of countries with English taught degrees are endless. But if you are adventurous enough, you can head out of your comfort zone and head to one of the countries where English is not their first language. You will pick up a second language by the time you are done with your degree, which will come in handy in the corporate world. Point number 2, you get to embrace a new culture firsthand. We all grow up in our cultures and traditions, so if you make the decision to study abroad, you get to see the other perspective and cultures, and that is always an interesting and fascinating experience. You might experience culture shock, but that should not deter you if you go in with a sense of adventure and not fearing the change. Don't take my word for it. Here is what one international student from Cameroon had to say about studying abroad. If the world is becoming a global village, it means it is also becoming very competitive. And if the world is becoming competitive, then you should upgrade your capacity to be able to fit in. It is hard to disagree with him. So why not give universities abroad a chance? Learning about other cultures helps us to understand different perspectives of the world that we live in. It helps to dispel negative stereotypes and personal biases that we have towards different groups. In addition, cultural diversity helps us to recognize and respect ways of being that are not necessarily our own. Experiencing different cultures through traveling and studying allows you to experience what it's like to be part of a community that is not your own. It also gives you cultural awareness and acceptance, which can help you to break the cultural barrier when interacting with different people from different backgrounds. If you don't know where to start, here are some of the most international universities in the world according to the Times Higher education. The University of Edinburgh in the UK, Georgia Institute of Technology in the US, Ostrich University in the Netherlands, Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany, King's College of London in the UK. Point number 3, you get to make international BFFs. Nowadays, keeping in touch with different people from around the world is fairly easy and accessible thanks to our miracle working mobile phones. And although it might seem difficult at first, you should know that making friends is the easiest thing ever. If you either become a student ambassador for your future university or you join extracurricular activities. And as a plus, by making international friends, you will have additional reason to travel and sleep on random couches around the world. Studying abroad brings people from different cultures and different backgrounds to share in a new experience. When you experience the nuances of a new culture with someone from that culture, you are rewarded with an intimate glimpse of what it's like to live in that particular culture. You may discover differences that might most likely surprise you, but most likely you will discover that people all over the world, despite their different tastes in food or clothing, are surprisingly similar at the core. Friendships exposes us to the fascinating differences and likeliness of the global human race. Teaching each other new things about ourselves makes us feel closer and more connected. And when we return home, we are able to share those connections with people in our lives, continuing the spread of knowledge of understanding the world. International friendships might mean having to say goodbye, but the strength of these connections overcome miles and borders, bringing not only the two people together, but two places closer together. Whether you are looking for jobs, travel recommendations, or even a couch to crash on, expanding your network to new cities or countries expands your connection to the world at large. International friendships opens doors that may have been shut in your face without them. And when your international friends hit your word, you are always able to pay back. Sometimes friends of friends of friends benefit from this intercontinental relationship through introduction to people that they would have never met in the first place. Point number 4, it may help you to land your dream job. Another important benefit of studying abroad is you are able to add this experience to your CV. This will help you stand out from the crowd, seeing how in an increasingly globalized society, any kind of international experience would do you immensely good. Through study abroad, you can get international experience and skills such as cultural sensitivity, the ability to deal with ambiguity, and adaptation to new surroundings, all highly valued by future employers. Abroad, you can also learn how to relate with people from different backgrounds, which is similar to the current working environment, and an important ability in the workplace. If you are curious about what is the most popular careers and study options that international students search for, you should know these are forensic science in Canada, nursing in Finland, hospitality in Australia. Point number 5, you get to amaze people with your foreign language skills. You may have learned English from songs, lyrics, and movies, or the main grammar and vocabulary from your primary school, but you always have to learn how to use it in real life situations and interactions. Just think how many nuanced things you will learn after talking, studying, and taking an exam in English. Famous phrases, quotes, or even curse words, but I am not encouraging that. Plus, you can also improve your language skills by taking a language course. By studying abroad, you get the opportunity to hone in on your language skills. While studying a language in a class is rewarding, applying it in a real-life environment is a different experience altogether. It is likely you will learn the language faster because you are practicing it every day. You will be able to pick up conversational skills that you will never learn in class by interacting with the locals. Developing your language skills can have a positive impact on your career as well. Fluency in the second language is often helpful, if not required, when working in a multinational environment. If you are interested in breaking into the international world of business or global health, for instance, having foreign language skills on your resume will help you stand out with employers when it comes to recruiting. Many careers in international relations and foreign diplomacy rely solely on foreign language skills. Although there's no specific language requirement, to becoming a foreign service officer. Proficiency and experience in a foreign language is a key component of a candidate's competence during the selection to becoming a diplomat. Point number 6, an international degree makes you smarter. It might sound cliche, but traveling for an international degree makes you a worldlier person. Studying abroad is one of the most eye-opening, mind-bending, life-changing experiences a student can ever have. When you study abroad, you learn about new people, new cultures, new perspectives, all of which will help you expand your view of the world. Each country has its own unique style of teaching. Studying abroad can help you expand your academic horizon and develop the capacity to adapt to different educational settings. Adapting to different styles of teaching can also help you adapt to different management styles in the corporate world, making you more versatile in the workplace. Teaching styles you may encounter abroad include authoritative style, a teacher-centered approach where the professor is the authority figure and often gives a long lecture, which is a one-way presentation. There is a focus on set rules and expectations, and students typically take notes and retain information. Or the facilitator style. Professors promote self-learning by emphasizing on teacher-student relationships. They help students to develop critical thinking by teaching them how to ask questions and find solutions through exploration. Then there is the delegator style. Professors assign lab activities and give students in-class projects to help them stay engaged. This is a guided learning style that places the professor in an observer position while helping students to remain active and participating in the learning process. Point number 7, studying abroad helps you to become your own person. Finally, another benefit of studying abroad is helping you to discover yourself. Being in a new place can be difficult at times, and it tests your ability to adapt to new situations. This means you will learn to be independent and mature, and you will become more confident and grow as a person. Once you have made friends from all over the world, it is unlikely that you'll be satisfied staying at one place. International friendships opens our eyes to all the adventures that we can have and the many wonderful people that we can have them with. International students with friendships from fairly places will always be tempted to visit these friends on special occasions, another trip, or just because it's been long since they saw each other. And I think that's a great reason to hit the road again. The more we travel, the smaller the world becomes. Those connections benefit us as well as the people we meet. Even the people back home also get benefits from our international experiences by bringing more understanding and empathy to the world as a whole. When you are abroad, every new experience can be a challenge and an adventure. Take a risk by leaving your home, and you'll be better prepared to face challenges when you meet them in the future. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you will discover problem-solving skills and discover you can handle the unexpected. Studying abroad is a transformative experience that fosters personal growth along with increased intellectual development. Develop an understanding and appreciation of people from different countries and improve your cross-cultural competence along with many skills. In an IEL survey, it was found that 97% of the people who studied abroad found it as a catalyst for increased maturity. 96% found it to be an increase in self-confidence. And 84% of the people who studied abroad found it to help them develop job skills. So my advice is never stop believing in yourself. Being an international student definitely has more benefits than the ones that I've just listed. You can only discover them once you choose to study abroad yourself. So start looking for a bachelor or a master's degree worldwide. And don't be afraid to make your dream of studying abroad come true. If you got value out of this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and join me as I do things my way whilst I experience the world as an international student. And also don't forget to hit the like button so that you too will see value in this video and recommend it to other people who will need it in future. And don't forget to share this video with family and friends so that they can also get value out of it, and leave videos that you like to see in the comment section. so that I can add them to my recording list. Thank you, and catch you in the next video. As a passenger, you should maintain a relaxed and unassuming demeanor going to your respective flight, as you are not there to impress anyone. In fact, it is good to pack layers in case it gets cold. Bringing a cardigan or sweatshirt is always useful.